Welcome back. Let me get my sound going. Welcome back to the N.y.a show. I'm catching y'all at the end of the week. It's still hump day, baby, but tomorrow, Thursday. And then I hope you guys got some plans for the weekend. I don't have too many plans for the weekend, but other than get out here, make money, do the best that we can daily, and of course, try to enjoy myself a little bit too. So here we are back for another N.y.a show. Let me pull up the story for you guys as I always do. I appreciate the support always to the show because who am I without the people that tune in and support the show? And shout out to y'all too, everybody that takes the time. Because like I said, I know my show ain't always the easiest to digest, never that, but it'll always be something that is valuable. Somebody always come across it and be like, "What the?" It's something to spark your interest enough to like shine some light on whatever I'm talking about. Now, let's talk about a New York man who was sentenced to 14 years in prison for running the narcotics out of a daycare. A Nassau County man pleaded guilty to numerous charges, including drug possession and attempting to kill his girlfriend's ex-boyfriend. This is by another Greg Wenner from Fox News. Let's go ahead and go to what it's saying here that the district attorney Annetdonnelly announced the sentencing of Lexlloyd, 26, who pleaded guilty on February 15th of this year to second-degree murder attempt, first-degree assault, first-degree criminal use of a firearm, first and third-degree criminal possession of a controlled substance, second-degree conspiracy, second-degree criminal possession of a weapon, endangering the welfare of a child, and menacing. Woo! They put the hammer down on this man. Now, investigation revealed that Lloyd and Anthony Austin were operating a narcotics business out of an unlicensed daycare facility in Queens, Rosdale, and Hempstead. And Lloyd would prepare cocaine in a daycare play area using Acetone. Now, I'm pretty sure that these brothers, their business assets helped a lot of people. It's probably people who will probably come across this post and be like, you know what? It ain't all bad. My baby was going there, so now I'm fucked up. Because that's really how people are. How's it affecting me? How's it affecting me? But I wanted to put Acetone on the screen so that y'all knew what it was. So this is what they had out in the daycare where the little kids be out there making Play-Doh and putting the Legos together and playing tag and everything. They was out there when time, it doesn't specify if this during business hours or after business hours, but they was out there, cooking in the kitchen, in the kitchen out there in the play set. Additionally, Lloyd shot a man back in February of 2021 as the victim's 3-year-old son sat in a car nearby. Lloyd threatened the victim another time in December 2020 as the man held his son's hand. Menace. Detectives learned Lloyd was in a romantic relationship with the victim's ex-girlfriend. I tell people all the time, you can like a girl or a guy so much, but if everybody around them associated with them is off the hinges and really you seeing signs that they don't have any self-control, go ahead and exit the situation. It's more efficient to see. Hey, Halle Bailey just came out of the sea in the new Mermaid movie. It's plenty of fish in the sea. So you do not have to sit around and be with somebody who got people around them associated with them that will go off the hinges at any moment and take that shit out on, guess what? You. Now, Lloyd was arrested with 40 others as part of Operation Honeycomb. They named these niggas Operation after a cereal, a sweet snack. Never did you know that it was a form of a RICO. One of the defendants, Stephen Weathers, pleaded guilty in September of 2022 to operating as a major trafficker who made over $500,000 in 3 months selling cocaine. Let me tell y'all something. It's people out here who don't even make $30,000 a year after taxes. $30,000 a year. So you telling me somebody from the time of within 3 months made 500,000, over 500,000 in cocaine. It's some blocks that got shut down behind this Operation Honeycomb, because that's a lot to make in that short period of time, especially when it's people who gonna leave this earth who will never make that in their lifetime. Austin, one of Lloyd's co-defendants, was sentenced to 4 years in October 2021. Lloyd was sentenced to 14 years in prison plus 5 years of post-release supervision. Donnelly's office sought an 18-year prison sentence, and they didn't end up getting it. I always want to know what's the logistics behind giving somebody 14 instead of the whole 18, and if that plus they say 5 years of post release supervision, but what does that really mean? If you got an ankle brace, people commit crimes with ankle braces on anytime. I said that in like my last story. And then I want to also know that if this brother ain't coming out like Malcolm X, what are the changes that you truly making aside from the coke and the drugs and all that? We are entertained by shows like Power and BMX, not BMX, because I don't think they're dealing in the coke, but at least Power and all the different spinoffs of Power. We dealing in these type of narcotics and we praise it every week. So we're not going to go too crazy over that part. Look, Snowfall just went out there. Same thing. We praise these kind of shows. So we're not going to go too crazy on that part. I'm more worried about how this dude is out here doing attempted murder jobs just because his shorty moved on and now it's another man in the picture. That's a little crazy. That's not a little crazy. That's a bit crazy to me. And that part is what they need to be working on while they got him behind them bars for 14 years. If he ended up doing the 14, you guys let me know what your thoughts are on this story. Once again, people have to do what they have to do to survive. Get it. But trying to do attempted murder on somebody and threatening somebody while they holding their son's hand or while their son waiting in the car, that ain't the move that we want to be making out here under no circumstances. Y'all, like I said, once again, let me know what your thoughts are on this story.